Rough patch, a rough patch in your marriage, a boss who makes your life a nightmare, an insecure financial future. These incidents can induce anxiety, fear, or depression and can make us feel helpless. We can all be contributors to less stressful environments in our own lives with knowledge and implementation of skills to aid in crucial conversations. Today, we will define a crucial conversation, then focus on building a circle of trust, and wrap up with emotional spirals. Let's begin with the definition of a crucial conversation. This illustration is from the book Crucial Conversations. It is a triangle and it represents opposing opinions, strong emotions, and high stakes, which are three components that make up a crucial conversation. For the first example, the opposing opinion would be a fellow associate disagrees with you on how to complete a job. The high stakes part of that would be your job depends on working with coworkers. And the strong emotions part would be both associates feel the need to get the project complete. Another example would be your boss thinks you have time to take on more workload and you don't think so, that it would work. The high stakes part of that would be your boss relies on you to get the job done. And the strong emotions part of that would be that your boss and you know that the workload is is important to the company's success. One more example would be your spouse believes in a different parenting style than you. The high stakes part of that would be that the marriage could be on the line. And the strong emotions part could be your child's well-being also on the line. Next, let's move into creating a safe environment for sharing ideas. This illustration is also from the book Crucial Conversations. And it represents a circle of trust, starting on the outside with me or others. Both you and others see or hear an event, then tell yourself a story about that event. Then you feel about that story, and then you act on it. One of the things that prevents us from getting through to a ring of safety that you can have open dialogue in is either silence or violence. The silence end being withdrawing, avoiding, or masking. And the violence side would be controlling, labeling, and acting. If you can get through that with open dialogue to the ring of safety, you can enter a pool of shared meaning. And that's the way you can tackle that conversation. The first thing you need to do is to make sure the environment is safe for all to share and speak openly. Then try to be a good listener and really hear the concerns of others. Remember, we don't have to choose silence or violence when faced with a tough conversation. You should always choose open dialogue to explore different avenues to achieve the results. Always stick to the facts and try not to presume things that may or may not be true. Try to ask yourself, what do I really think or feel, in contrast to what is actually said or done? Focus on what problem needs to be fixed and what results can be achieved. And in the end, be sure to move to action and to follow through with the resolution. Finally, let's explore upward versus downward spirals. This illustration is from Living Life Inside Out Instead of Outside In by Shelley Lewin. On this side, we see the downward spiral. Key terms for this are boredom, pessimism, frustration, impatience, irritation, overwhelmment, disappointment, doubt, worry, blame, discouragement, anger, revenge, hatred, jealousy, insecurity, guilt, unworthiness, fear, grief, and depression, and powerlessness. On the other side, we have the upward spiral, starting at the bottom with contentment, hopefulness, optimism, positive expectation, belief, enthusiasm, passion, work, joy, knowledge, and empowerment, freedom, and love and appreciation. The knowledge and recognition of these emotional scales can help you fight the urge to fall downward. In summary, the initial recognition of crucial conversation is vitally important in handling them. Staying in dialogue with a focus on listening and creating mutual purpose will help you get through those conversations and achieve successful results. I urge you to use these principles and keep yourself on a healthy emotional path.